Hey Jack, Joe Chats on Tap Sportsnet. Thanks always for the time. Curious as we're at the halfway point of the Fire season, what has met your expectations with this squad, and what does this group need to do to take that next step in the second half of the season to ensure you guys are a playoff team?
Yeah, I think the quality of the team's there. I think we have a lot of good footballers and have the chance to win every game really, which is crucial. Yeah, being in the position to be able to win games is a first step, and I just think going forward, obviously, you just need to be a bit more clinical and clean a few things up, and then I think we'll be making the playoffs and become contenders.
Alex?
Jack, this is your first time playing against the Philadelphia Union since you joined the club. Obviously, you spent quite a few years there. Firstly, I'm just curious if you have any thoughts just on facing the Union and welcoming them here to Chicago.
I mean, it's obviously going to be interesting and at top of the table and a good team, and it's always going to be an intense battle against the Union. I'm looking forward to the game and the fight. So, yeah, I think it'll be a good one.
Obviously, they've had a coaching change this year as well. I'm curious if what your expectations are for this game, knowing that they have a pretty different look than they did in years past.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a different look, but it's still the same sort of fight intensity, pressing that you expect to see from a team like that. So it's something that we've been trying to work on all week, and when it comes to the game, we're going to have to match that.
Tim?
Tim Hotsey, Minerva 97. I'm just going to ask you to expand upon that a little bit. You're playing your former team. You were there for 7 or 8 seasons. What are the emotions like getting to see familiar faces and new faces kind of across from you rather than alongside you at the match?
Yeah, it's I don't really know how to describe it yet. It's going to be certainly interesting to see guys that I've played a long time with, and playing against them. So I can't really describe how it's going to feel yet. Right now, I haven't put too much thought into that side of the game, but I'm sure as the day happens, and I'll feel some things. But right now, it's not on my list of concerns yet.
Hernan?
Yes, La Fiera Deportiva. Jack, there's some games that you guys won away, and some games are harder to win at home. And compared to the last game, what do you think it needs to be done to change the winning mentality at home?
Yeah, I think having the intensity for 90 minutes, I think against Nashville we did really well for 45 to 60 minutes, and I think we just need to continue that through 90 to be able to go and win the game and be ruthless in that kind of effort at home. I think we're still doing a lot of good things that I don't think the home record reflects how we play or how we feel being at home, but sometimes these sort of things come about. But I just think the ruthlessness and intensity we just need to continue.
We'll go to Zoom. Jim Alexander?
Hey, Jack, obviously, being in one place for a long time sort of gave the identity of the team and the city. At what point do you feel that you are really like a true Chicago Fire player, like on and off the pitch, being a captain of this team? When did it sort of transition for you that this is now who you are and part of your now identity being a Chicago Fire player and sort of part of the city?
I think stepping through the doors into this training facility for the first time, I adapted to being part of the Chicago Fire, and I feel that and feel something for the city already, and I'm excited what's to come, and I think you just have to leave what's in the past in the past.
Thanks, Jim. We'll go back to the room. Joe, we'll start with you.
Jack, curious, your role on set pieces, particularly corner kicks, it seems like you're a very crucial part to what Greg and Ryan want you guys to be doing on set pieces, particularly those near post runs that maybe frees up Hugo at the back post. I'm curious how you've evaluated that role for you and how important you think you can be for this team on set pieces, maybe even some of those long strikes we saw a little bit earlier in the season.
Yeah, I think it's something I want to be able to improve on. I think it's a crucial area of the game to be able to be successful, and I feel like I could be doing better and perhaps scoring some more out of them. But yeah, I think it's certainly something that we work on, and we work on a lot to try and get success out of, and we have been relatively successful, but I think there's still more in the tank.
We'll go to Tim, then Alex, then back to Hernan.
So you guys were off for 10 days, and now it's going to be two quick games, one midweek and one on Saturday. So can you walk me through like the advantages of the break in your mind with, what you guys were able to work on that maybe you're not in a week where there's a match coming up that Saturday, and then what you think the quick transition to being back into two matches, one after the other, is going to be like?
Yeah, I think having a little break, it helps everyone to reset and get refocused again for the second half of the season. And I think I've seen this week in training that the intensity has really been there from the first day that we've been back, and obviously it's challenging when you play two games within a few days, but it's not something that we haven't done before, and everyone hasn't done before. So I think it's just something that we switch our minds to, and after Philadelphia, then we play on the weekend again, and that's to be focused after Wednesday. So we play every game as it comes and focus on the game that's in front of us.
So we're 2 games into what we're expecting is to be a 5-game stretch where Chris Brady's out, so Jeff has been in goal. I'm curious how having a different kind of goalkeeper behind you has changed your outlook in these 2 games so far, and looking forward to the rest of this run here.
Yeah, I think Jeff's done great so far, and I think it's a case of stepping up into the role that everyone knows that he can fulfill, and I don't think it's really having to approach the game any differently for us, which is crucial. And I think he's done a great job in assimilating into what we want to do, trying to build up from the back, and on the other side has been confident and made some good saves.
One more for me. You being a player of the Philadelphia Union, what do you think it makes this team weakness or more strong on the field against the Chicago Fire, and why you think the Chicago Fire can be the more strategic to beat them up?
Sorry, what? Can you say again?
That you play for the Philadelphia Union, so I want to know what do you think, as a former player of Philadelphia Union, was the strong part of them to be all on the top of the table when you were playing over there?
Yeah, I think the intensity brought to every game, and the high pressure certainly is a tough opposition to play against a team that presses you high and has intensity and gets the goal as fast as possible. I think that's just a key to the game, and being able to limit opportunities and crosses in the box for us is going to be crucial.
Joe?
One more for me, Jack. With Sam being in and out of the lineup and Christopher now with an injury, what's it been like the last 2 games alongside Omar Gonzalez? Obviously a longtime pro, but just seeing him get consecutive long performances alongside you at center back.
Yeah, it's good. He's a veteran and teaching me a few things as well. He's certainly he's got a lot to offer, and I've been learning from him still.